Okay, stop what you're doing and pay attention. If you are struggling with crippling thoughts, if you have just started a business or want to start one, a book, a new venture, you've come to the right place. Keep watching because we're gonna get into it today on how to actually stop it once and for all. All right, you guys, Neeta here. If you are new, go ahead and please hit the bell so you don't miss a beat when these videos drop every Tuesday, and be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so you started something completely brand new. Let me guess, you're super passionate about it, you are super excited about it, and you're finally this free bird. Maybe you left a corporate gig, maybe you left that job that you hated for so long and you got the momentum to finally start something on your own. Maybe you finally got the courage to write that new book. Now, I should probably know I have 3 books under the lens of entrepreneurial training and emotional health, which has now reached over 60,000 people. So I hear you. The fears are crippling. And most of the thoughts that come in really are from people that maybe they've excelled in their game in a certain field, and now they're starting something completely brand new. So of course it's scary. It's supposed to be scary. And here's the thing. The first reason why, and we're gonna cover quite a few of these, so make sure you're paying attention and take notes. But the first one that I'm gonna dive into is because of imposter syndrome. Now, imposter syndrome, if you've ever experienced it, it is huge, and this can actually be really paralyzing. You feel like you are not good enough, that no matter what, no matter how many awards that you get, no matter how many achievements that you've received or accolades that you've won, nothing is ever good enough. You continue to prove and to prove and to prove your worth. Your merits are just kind of luck by chance, and that you're not really owning what you are capable of or what you're actually doing. And that affects so many people. Now, it's so detrimental because you never get started. You continue to get more and more and more certifications. You're way more knowledgeable. You're reading so many books, but still, for whatever reason, you are not owning what you are doing. So remove that. And here's one of the ways that you can start doing this right now. Remember your superpower strengths. Really start remembering what your superpower strengths are. We all have them. And maybe you want to recall why you started your business in the first place. Who are you looking to impact? And what is the solution that you are providing for them? And you may sometimes want to give that person a name, that one person that's going to benefit from reading your book, that one person that's going to benefit from reading that article that you wrote. Common fear number 2, which actually goes hand in hand with fear number 1, imposter syndrome, is fear of failure. And you guys, this is all day long in our online communities. I can't tell you enough that failure is not a bad thing, but somehow we all seem to fear it. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to be perfect. I cannot fail. Well, guess what? I'm gonna break it to you, and it's gonna be a little easy to rip the Band-Aid off, but you will fail. And that's actually a good thing. In our communities, we actually celebrate failure. We literally do. We actually go in and we ask our audience and our community members, what have they failed at recently? I want you to create your own failure resume. Ooh, so juicy, so juicy. Because what you'll notice is the times that you failed. Let's just say you failed a test. What did that lead you to do? Now, I remember I was trying to be an orthodontist at some point because I was a cosmetic dentist in my past. And I remember I got rejected from 12 schools. And I thought I was the biggest failure. I was like, I'm not gonna amount to anything. This is awful, it's horrible. I didn't leave my bed for literally weeks on end. But if I didn't fail that, then I wouldn't get the insight of looking into starting my own practice and becoming a wizard in so many other fields while I was starting my dental business, like getting really good at managing a team early on, which then led me to wanting to start other ventures and other things, which eventually led me to leaving dentistry. So each of you have all of these different roadblocks. Actually, it led you to where you are today. So imagine all of the failures that you're probably gonna run into is going to give you direction, and you're tweaking it every single time. So failure is actually a really, really good thing, and I think we need to practice failing more often. So create your failure resume and celebrate them. All right, number 3. Now, some people may view this as super detrimental, but you are going to run into a ton of rejections and naysayers, people who actually don't support what you're doing, they don't like what you're doing, and you're not really going to please them. They're not really going to care what you're doing. Now, hear me out. The naysayers and the rejections, that's just part of business building. So one is to really embrace that you're not going to need everybody. You are not going to need everybody, and that is the truth. A lot of the big businesses, they've started out with 10 raving fans, and those 10 raving fans turned into 100 raving fans, and those 100 raving fans turned into 1,000, and it became exponential. Many of our clients in our communities and the businesses that we've helped them support, we've always said, you don't need everyone to like you. And quite frankly, they aren't going to either. So cut that dream in half, because that's not going to really be a reality. What is going to be a reality for you is focus on the 10 people who are loving what you're doing. Okay, number 4. Now I need to expand on this a little bit more. So we're going to dive into the rejections that you will face. Now in your business, you will probably have a product, a service, an offer that you are creating. And a lot of times what people tell us is that they are so afraid of getting rejected. So what I would love for you to reframe is that a no just means not right now. It's not right now. So perhaps you can offer it to them in a couple of months from now, or follow up in 6 months from now, or you can learn and ask for feedback. Well, what was it that they didn't like about your product? What was it that didn't fit or align with what they're looking for? Maybe it's languaging, maybe it's your marketing. So there's always things that we can learn, and we can actually improve with every rejection that we can get. Remember, with the rejections, we fine tune and we get better, we improve, and that is a good thing. Okay, number 5. We think that we need to have all of the things done by tomorrow. And realistically, that's not really gonna work. But what tends to happen is we have such a big to-do list in our minds, and we think we have to get it all done. Well, guess what? A, you're not gonna get all of it done, so scratch that. But B, it actually paralyzes you from getting anything done because you think you need to get everything done, that everything needs to all be working all at the same time. And when you are starting out in the very, very beginning stages, it is going to be a lot of long hours, but it is all about the journey. And that's the beauty of you starting up your new venture, your new project. You're supposed to enjoy some of the small tasks, some of the frustrations, some of the things that you don't get right the first time around or the 10th time around. That's why you went into this. Go ahead and just focus on the top 2 priorities that will move the needle forward for you today. Just 2 things, 2 priorities. It could be really big or really small, but that's what will get you the next steps going forward. Now, finally, number 6, People think that they have to do this and be this like lone warrior climbing up a mountain all by themselves, that it's lonely at the top. You've probably heard that saying before. And the thing is we can't go at it alone. The biggest thing that you can do for yourself right now is to not go at it alone, is to actually join a community of people that really care about you, that are going through the same things as you. Because there's a lot to manage, and especially it's a lot right here for one person. So your community and what you're building is so important. Have support around you and supportive people that actually know and understand what you are doing, because it is a lot of sacrifice in the beginning. So we have definitely covered a lot. Drop below what are your biggest challenges that you're facing right now in your business. I would so want to help you. And if you're curious, we have an amazing online community. It's our 90-day startup community with people just like yourselves who are figuring out either what they want to do, who they want to serve, how they want to serve them, or they've probably gotten into coaching, they left their jobs. If that is you and you want to check out our very, very special community, go ahead and grab the link below in the description. I will see you next time.